Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. I am George Onyibe, and of course, I want to address a topic I simply titled, What the Igbos Should Expect from the Ongoing Activities of the Igbo Biafra people, from the ongoing activities of the Igbo Unity Beggar, from the ongoing activities of the Igbo obedient people. It is said that he that fetched an ant-infested firewood should expect the visit of a lizard. And if we do not point it out, in future, when things go wrong, it will look as if we did not do our job. But based on the simple fact that we have this information, let's see if we can be able to save the next generation of our people. Now, let's make it simple. You see, they are jumping everywhere. They are calling for unity of Igbo. Anyoma must be Igbo. Ikure must be Igbo. Everybody must be Igbo. No, they are not doing it because they love Anyoma people. They are not doing it because they love Ikure people. They are doing it because some of them think they have agenda which they are yet to roll out. I have been on this issue trying to awaken our people to pay attention. And of course, Benin people know what is obtainable. I want to believe Asian people will wake up and face reality. Urobo, Ishekiri, Ijaw people are not left out. And Ikure now know the truth. And of course, Anyoma are ready. And then there are other people who are they intend to incorporate into this criminality. The supposed Igbo people, other people in Benue State, and those in Kogi State. All of you must pay attention. And then for the genuine Igbos, you can insult me and move on. It's in your nature. We've come in terms with such nonchalant behaviors. Blackmail, character assassinate. We know this is who you are. But then you can save your children from this hopelessness. Let's look at it this way. 5% of Midwestern people fought in support of the Igbos. Our Tuesday is a testament. It almost shakes the relationship between the Midwestern region because the Ijaw aspect of it were killed. A lot of Benin people had their fair share of wickedness from the Biafran army. And so I would say that 35% of the Midwestern region supported the Biafran army. And so the East would have had something to boast for. The Yoruba were a kind of being loyal to Nigeria. The Yorubas did not open up to fight the Biafra, which is the East. And the Hausa, I may say, were not openly out to fight the Biafran. And so it was the state versus the Biafra people. And then back in the Eastern region, other ethnic groups did not support the Igbos. Neither did they fight against the Igbo. Try to follow up. When this arrangement started, Obiwale, Ken Saruwiwa, among other representatives of the ethnic groups in the old Eastern region, were summoned by Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. They answered him. He told them cock and bull story. And the people said, no, we are not with you. In fact, they walked out on Ojukwu in that very meeting. Today, when the Igbo man come out and tell you that Ikure betrayed them, you will know why Obiwale was assassinated. Today, when Igbo man come out and tell you Ogoni hate them, you know why most of them rejoice over the killing of Ken Saruwiwa. You will know why Adakaburu have to die, among all that things. But this is the truth. Ikwere people did not fight against the Igbo during the war. Ogoni people did not fight against the Igbo during the war. They simply did not support, neither did they attack them. Now, remember, the purpose of this broadcast is to remind Igbo people what will happen if they allow these ones who say they come from Israel to pull the shot. You see the era where we are now. Nnamdi Kanu and his cohort, under Igbo Uniting Group, under Obedient Movement, under Biafra Unknown Gunmen, have been able to instigate every tribe, almost every tribe in Nigeria, against the Igbo. And so when you pull this shot, Fulani are not going to smile with you. Remember Fulani Janjaweed? Nnamdi Kanu was all over the media. Fulani will not smile with you. They don't need to tell you. I just want to remind you what is going to happen. As you see me on Ekpa, they are declaring sit at home. Our Nigeria, they are destroying our Nigeria. Remember, Southeast is Nigeria. They are telling you you must sit at home. Not because you, as Igbo man, want to sit at home. Because those of you in my village, you are doing your business. We are not telling you to sit at home. And so those of us who want to travel through your village cannot pass because you are doing sit at home. But you are winning. You are proving your capacity. But let me remind you what will happen. Nnamdi Kanu and other people have succeeded in turning the Fulani against the Igbo. And so all those times he was saying they are killing us, Fulani headsmen, Miati Allah. He was not building bridge with the Fulani nor the Hausa. Remember, Hausa did not fight you holistically. They used the Nigerian state. Number two, the Yorubas. Nnamdi Kanu spent time calling out the Yoruba. Yoruba Gota Media, Yoruba Chameleon, Afonja, and so on and so forth. Yoruba may be reserved people. You can allow Sunday Igbo to fool you. But when the time comes, Onyibe, you will understand the true meaning of Omo Igbo Lele Yolori Brukuloshi. Adi Amako Amao. So why you are beating this drum of war? I know most of you have not been able to foresee what is going to come to you. The Benin have been on their own. But now they Kanu and others know they can't pull this shot until they destroy Benin. I was here telling Benin people to watch out. I'm happy they woke up on time. And today you are a shaman, you are allowing them to fool you. You are Igbo, they are uniting you. I'm sorry. Isha, you are Isha. Benin is Benin. It had to be that way. And today they have succeeded in insulting the Oba of Benin. They've succeeded in dragging out Benin to do what ordinarily they would not do. And I'm sure this is just the beginning. And so you think Benin will keep quiet like during the Biafra war where Benin, our land, was held hostage? You are dreaming. So Igbo prepare to fight Benin. Igbo Biafra who are looking for war prepare to fight Benin. Because you will not be spared. You see, most of you are making plans around the world. And in your mind, when it happens, you're going to destroy everybody. Because you are buying land in our village, Abi. Because you are building unknown gunmen in our community, right? My brother, person will do gun, I do bulletproof. But make a tell on what thing go happen when it's set. Some of you are fanning it. You are fanning it. So you're going to have the Benin to fight with. You're going to have the Ijaw to fight with. You're going to have the Ikwere to fight with. Remember, Ikwere did not fight against the Igbos. Ikwere did not fight a war. The last time I went to the village, and we were talking about the history or event that happened during the war. And I was like saying, I thought our people came out to defend ourselves. And I knew what they told me. Which means, collectively as a people, we did not support. Neither were we against. We just don't know where the rain started from. And so we cannot allow the rain to beat us. We were waiting for explanation. But today, Nnamdi Kanu was on Radio Biafra. He told you what kind of Anyoma nonsense. What kind of Anyoma nonsense are you talking about? And you are coming to unite with me. Let me cut the long story short. If Igbo stakeholders don't begin to call their people to order, prepare. Because even the Ambazonia will join to fight you people. I have reliable information from Ambazonia agitators as well. They told me the problem they are going through is the cause of the Igbo man, that the Igbo man frustrated their father when they were reporting to Enugu district. That is why they left Nigeria. If not, they would not have been there. Little wonder we have a nation with two official languages, Franc-Fo and Anglophone. The Igbo should be able to understand that what they need right now is to move back and review the foundation of their very existence. Your activities has eventually upset the balance. Nobody is happy with what the Igbos are doing. And the painful aspect is that the Igbo stakeholders are not saying anything. What you ask for is your right. You don't want to be part of Nigeria. But what we have come to discover now is that before we divide Nigeria, all of us must pay the money Nigeria borrow. Our region or our village will not be used for collateral. And so if the Igbo nation truly want to go, let the senators, members of House of Rep, begin to sponsor this bill instead of sponsoring bill to turn my village to Igbo in compensation. So that we will have the privilege to begin to talk about how we can pay the debt we are owing. I'm sure Tinubu will still be borrowing more money that we may not be able to pay in the next 100 years under one Nigeria. Tinubu or any other president would not have had the power to do this, except Agun Yoronsi removed our constitution and imposed a decree on us. Today, Igbo man think you sit at home, you do a Hamandiushin and Hamadike, you think your insult and all these things will make us say, leave Nigeria. You are not going anywhere. If the Igbo truly want to go, I'm sure any other tribe that want to go with you must know what is on the table for them. And this is what everybody have been asking. And everything must be properly documented. If the Igbo want to go, let your political representative begin to push this bill so that everybody can come on the round table. We know the communities the Nigerians have used to borrow money as collateral. We know what is at stake. Those property you own in our land, we refute the authenticness behind the procurement. And at the end of the day, we settle. And aside the fact that all of you will have almost 90% of other ethnic groups in Nigeria against you, you will be completely isolated. I saw somebody was telling me that when they let we the Igbos go, we will develop our land. We are into importing and exporting. We will do business. My brother, you will not pass our land though. For instance, if we divide under this shenanigan, you will not sell pure water in our land. And that reminds me what Adamu Farouk said. He said, we will begin to learn Igbo trade. We will not let them import drug again. We will not let them do anything. Everything they are doing, we will begin to do it. And that was not a threat. It was a promise. Go to most major cities in Nigeria. You will see Hausa have taken over Okada. Hausa have taken over Keke na Pepe. Hausa have taken over going to your farm. Igbo man, go to your village now. It's Hausa people going to farm for your mother. Hausa are learning your trade. They are coming gradually. Igbo people don't learn handwork anymore now. It's Yoruba. I can take you to like 10 mechanic workshop and find out who they are. It is Yoruba. They are learning your trade. And you are retiring. And maybe you think, oh, other African countries are there. We are going to compete with you in those African countries. We will divide the market. This privilege you have to control our economic space will not be there. I'm sure you people are not considering it because your action shows that we will divide and become enemy for a very long time. So stakeholders in Igbo land, don't pretend you don't know what is happening. Don't pretend it's going to be well. Don't think you're going to set me up because I am your destiny and I'm your doom, irrespective of the truth at my disposal. I still have wonderful friends. I'm still mourning Ikechukwu Guoha, irrespective of anything. I know that guy is not supposed to be there. But he's there because if he pull out, they will kill him. He's an Igbo man. They will kill him. But what he fears has come upon him. Now they have killed him. Somebody help me tell you, Bidio Bienu, to send palliative to Ikechukwu family. Hopefully, the palliative will be able to fill the vacuum of a father to the wife and to the children. If Ikechukwu has listened, I'm sure he would not have died. I stopped communicating with him almost 2 years now because I see he don't want to learn. And most of you today cannot blame it on Nigeria. Chinas, I told you, is Nigeria agent. And then immediately he jumped back on the same Twitter handle and told you it is in-house enemy. But you know you are the one killing yourself. You know you are the ones killing yourself, and you're going to blame it on Nigeria. Igbo people, these are some of the things that will happen to you if you pull this shot. You are enjoying Simon Ekpa as directed by Nnamdi Kanu, telling Igbo, yes, we are going to sit at home, we are going to raise Biafran flag. Did you people not hear me? We are going to divide the southeast. River Niger does not belong to Igbo. It's not a gateway to Igbo land. Ogbaru people are not Igbo from Israel. Onitsha people are not Igbo. Adi amakwama. Okwemara we Onitsha gwaranji obusi. We allow you to stay here. It's not your land. On a twist time today. Adi amama kandi Onitsha gwaranji obusi. We allow you to stay here when you came from Israel. Today you people are twisting it. We've not forgotten. We are taking our Onitsha back. Because you see this Igbo Biafra, we will not be there. I've been with you people in Biafra agitation. I pointed out all these issues. But this time I tell you this truth. Inside the house, I look like your enemy. Now I made myself your open enemy. And I will not spare a word that I'm supposed to say. As far as it's not against freedom of speech. Igala people are going to take their oil. Some of you think there is oil in Anambra. The only oil well in Anambra owned by Igbo man belongs to Igala people. It's not in Igbo land. It's not in Aguneri. Where that oil well is, it's not in Umuneri. It is in Igala land, and it was drilled diagonally to where they are drilling it. We know now. So you will take the pipe, the valve. We will leave the valve for you. We will go down in Igala land. We will cut it off. Igala will take their land. I hope you know Opiweka is Igala man. Opiweka and Kenon on Igala. Okunye Igala wadi amama. You see, that's your dream. You have not checked the disadvantage of what you are doing. This message is simply to Igbo elders, Igbo stakeholders. You pull this shot. You pull this shot. Oh. If you pull this shot, you will understand this is a different era. What happened in 1967 will be a child's play. Because Nnamdi Kanu has succeeded in turning every tribe against the Igbos. As if it's not enough, they are everywhere now uniting us. To unite us, they have to instigate us against ourselves. You think what Senate Ned Nwoko is doing is the normal thing? If Ned Senate Nwoko is actually buttered and bred by culture and tradition and padded with our value system, he will not make the move he's making without consulting other people in the same constituency with him. He will not pull a shot on behalf of Anyoma people without telling us. Most of them are not happy. They may think, let us set him up like we set Ijele up. I am your destiny. Mel destiny on Ulich and Mel doom on Ulich and men no water. The Igbos should retrace their step. You cannot harass us. You cannot intimidate us. And certainly, as George Onyibe, only me, you can't give me sleepless nights. I'm not in diaspora. Most of you are planning. We know, and we are watching you. Kanunu keje ka ti tipa bu ekpejan. Unu ejele ka ti tipa bu ekpejan. Please, save the next generation of Igbo people. Tell me, who is your ally? Igbo man looking for Biafra. You say you come from Israel. It would have been better you start talking to the PM of Israel, Netanyahu. And I'm sure he will welcome you people. Check so far. Who is your ally? Asari Dokubo is your ally. Who is your ally? Fani Kayode, FFK. Who is your ally? What is the name of this their Benin lawyer? Why did I forget the name of this their lawyer? Ozukohio, Obiohiokohio. Is he your ally? Who is your ally? United Nations. Make una dey deceive una self. Who is your ally? No, who is your ally? Equally people. Chai. I'm sorry for Johnson at Ibadan. Who is your ally? And yet you are coming to make noise, insult me. If that is all you can do. But I beg you, if you value the Igbos, your words is not our problem. Because if we face you the way you are facing us, you will not be able to feed. You can't survive in your space. I'm telling you the truth. And so you are my community. You are controlling my market. Controlling my economic space. and we allow you to be. After onye bili, onye nweni, and then to you it looks like we are fool. Who is your ally? Is that why you are begging for unity? And because of your corrupt mind, to beg for this unity, you have to insult us. They need to claim everybody claim. I was listening to Asari telling us that we are Igbo. Asari, we know the truth. In the de facto customary government, we were talking about the Biafra. Most of you did not know. Let me tell you something. When the de facto customary government was being formed, Asari said we are not part of the Biafra. Ishekiri is not part of the Biafra. Urobo is not part of the Biafra. Agbo is not part of the Biafra. He actually wanted the Biafra without us. And somehow along the line, they were able to, just die it down. But I knew there was a problem. But I'm not a problem. I'm not here to look for problem. The world, I've seen a lot of people who know problem. The world is in need of people who have solution. And I'm here to give you the solution. Irrespective of who else is God. I am just a solution. And I start watching them. We actually made move for consultation. This unity, they are begging from back door now. I went to Asaba. Let me give you a little history. I summoned most of the monarch to discuss about this issue. But Igbo people told me that I cannot hold any meeting without telling Asari Dokubo. And when I called Asari Dokubo and said, we are seated already, maybe you address them before we continue with the meeting. Asari said, call off the meeting. Not because he want the meeting to call off, because he has seen the other part of Igbo. And I call off the meeting. And so I can't even talk to my people without Onyibe telling me who to give me order. Most of you don't know. When you are coming, oh, he's a thief, he do this one. Ikechukwu Goha is late now. But as DOS, as Nnamdi Kanu, they forbid me from entering Southeast, even as African rep in IPOB, without taking permission from Ikechukwu. Did you hear me lament about it? I was just looking at the kind of people that I'm dealing with. I'm just trying to see if there are progressive-minded ones among them. And believe me, I don't miss my words. I've seen angel among them. And they are the reason why I'm holding back. And they are the reason why I'm making this broadcast. Igbo, this madness you are displaying in the name of self-determination. If you pull a shot, you are disturbing us already here in Nigeria. Your seat at home is disturbing us already. I'm supposed to be going to Aba now to buy something. You're telling me you are going to sit at home so I cannot access a road in my own country, federal road? Now no get sense, oh. Now no get sense. That you are a hero, you are sitting at home. You are not even ashamed, you are destroying the economic level of your people. And let me tell you, South people, it is our region, oh. We have started mobilizing our people from South. We are not going to inherit anybody. Ibibio is Ibibio, Efik is Efik, Anang is Anang, everybody is everybody. But if we stand as one, these people will enter us from front door and go out from the backyard. We must revise the case. Very soon you will be seeing us on that platform. South must come together as a region. Of course, Anyoma people have their forum. Ibibio people, everybody must have their forum. Because Pekin will say, Mama no go sleep, he no go sleep. Tomorrow they are doing their useless sit at home under the watch of people like Professor Soludo. And then we are traveling across our road in our Nigeria. And then they wound us. And then we say we are one Nigeria, we keep quiet. My brother, that time no Igbo man from Israel will pass our boy again. But you people are not counting on these things. Please. If you have access to unknown gunmen, you have access to Nnamdi Kanu, tell him to tell Simeon Ekpa, tell him to advise obedient movement, tell him to advise all these rubbish unity beggars. All of you enter home. Later more of Okmanam told you people, the Igbos should put their house in order. And this time, the work is increasing. The work you have to do is increasing. Because now you have to make apology to many people. Apology everywhere. No, imagine P2B wishing Gowon happy birthday. And most of you want to cheer P2B. But of course, best of the same feather. He must delete it. He must do that. We're just looking at all of it. Because let God kill Gowon now. I think Gowon kill Igbo people. Who kill Igbo people is living almost 100 years. You they kill, before you are 35, you have kidney problem. You are not asking yourself question. It's in Amadu Buewu. You think you can fool God? He does not see the errors of our way, but he closely watches the intention behind every of our action. That is what he judges. Igbo people who are still listening, I see Agowanye. Igbo people who are listening, I see my brother Frank Okolie. If you people have the privilege, I beg you in the name of God, beg all these racist all these mad dogs with rabies who say they are Igbo from Israel, begin to talk to them. This thing they are pushing, don't you think they've done enough injury to Nigerians? Don't you think so? And so I'm just trying to call your attention to remind you how it's going to be. If you think when you pull a shot, oh yes, it's Biafra war, Benima will support you, you are hallucinating. You are uniting with Ikwiri so that Ikwiri will come and die for you. How did you people remember Asaba massacre? Except to fight for Biafra and tell the world that they are killing in Igbo. How do you remember Asaba massacre? Going to grab land, that you are buying land? You think Aboma will come out now with what you people did to me and say, yes, we are fighting Abo people? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? Just thinking I should advise you. Because I'm seeing the momentum. We are sitting at home. We are sitting at home. Disturbing my business. We are sitting at home. In our one Nigeria, we are sitting at home. You don't have shame. They will use you. And when you are exposed to a lot of truth, they will destroy you. Let's see those on the platform before I bring this broadcast to an end. And of course, like I said, you are doing what we are doing. We're going to do that. Mbadike, I respect you, sir. Good afternoon from here, Frank Okolie. Of course, these are some of the progressive-minded Igbo. Nigerians should also help us to separate this wheat from the chaff. Because when you meet a true Igbo man, you will want to be them. But you see all these ones who say they come from Israel, like Obidio Bienu, they are mentally unstable. They are a crime against humanity. I greet you, sir. And then I see Chukwu Jeku, and he said, George Onyibe, the Ipob African rep. Each time, Chukwu Jeku, you call me the Ipob African rep. Try to put it formal. And Chukwu Jeku, you should be ashamed. I was on Radio Biafra doing your bidding some years ago. Each time I come, I do not remember it. This is Radio Biafra Extra, reaching you live from Biafra land with every degree of certainty, reaching to humanity across the globe. Ipob is headed by Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afaribeku, the only man who stood up to defend the overall interest of our people. I need you to check it. The only man who stood up to defend the interest of our people. I see how he defended my interest, how he blackmailed me, how he character assassinated me, how he sponsored my murdering. He wanted to kill me in many ways with different plans. I see how he stood for my interest. That when I did not have problem with any of you, it is my almighty Nnamdi Kanu that turned the people against me. And now I have accepted to be your enemy. And just unfortunately, I am your destiny and I'm your doom. So you should be ashamed of yourself. Every tribe that have come to support the Igbo people, all of them have been disgraced. And that reminds me, Nnamdi Kanu will say, serve Nigeria and return in shame. Nigerians, do business with Igbo man and be disgraced. That is just the truth. So Chukwu Jeku, you should be ashamed of yourself. By now you should know that your insults, they do me anything. Now you get the point. If you don't get the point, forget about it. I see Joseph Ifeanyi Chukwu. I greet you, Joseph Ifeanyi Chukwu. I am Onyibe, and Onyibe is putting you on your heels. You're having sleepless night. Onyibe called the whole South. The whole South are responding. Onyibe called Ikwiri. Ikwiri now are defending their ethnic identity. Onyibe like me, uncompleted building. Now I dey inside bush. I'm within now the Kanu men in the bush. Onyibe in the bush. You are sweating in your bum already. Go and wear Pampers. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. You have nothing to say. Who do we have here? Because it's good to give attention to Igbo Biafra people. Different Blackie, I greet you. These are patriotic Nigerians. I see Achoibe. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Achoy. Say, don't mind the monkeys. Igbos are slaves in their own land by animal carnal. And that is the truth. They are not ashamed. One idiot, a Baba in UK. A Baba, a common Baba, he couldn't finish secondary school. Have you heard Nnamdi Kanu tell you his academic background? He couldn't finish secondary school. He's the warlord of Igbo. When people like Ojukwu even talk, we consider them. They have a little thing upstairs, just that pride destroyed them. A Baba is the god of Igbo, and such people want me to reference them. Go and sit at home. They are in another people's village. They are in South, every village in South. They are there doing business. We did not tell them to sit at home. Very soon, all of you will begin to sit at home. Don't worry. I think you sit at home. And by the time it will start, you will be crying. Oh, they are killing us. Oh. Nigeria hate us. Oh. Yoruba, you want to take Lagos. Oh. They are demolishing our building. Oh. They are suffering us in Nigeria. But now you are telling us to sit at home when we don't want to sit at home. And when we are not Igbo like you. Don't worry. Our own sit at home, they come. We are learning from you. I think it's agitation. The real agitation is warming up. That thing you are doing, we know how to do it. And we can do it better. You are a slave in your own town. Ordinary one school dropout is fooling all of you. Look at Akoma. Akoma Ndiara. He's a fool. Look for bigger insult and give me. I don't pass that level. My father actually told me. He said, if anybody say you are a fool, he said, agree. Because sometimes we all fool ourselves. But he said, if anybody tell you are foolish, he said, don't agree. Prove to that person that you are not foolish. And that is exactly what I'm doing here. So, my Akoma Mugu, I'm a fool and I agree. I see some Bamba. What did he say? He said, I'm Igbo from Anambra. And in the recent, I scare me with what? If I come to it again, I will respond to it. Correct man, God will always bless you. Who call me correct man? That is Marcos. Marcos, thank you if you say so. If you say so, because I'm a fool of Igbo. I'm a fool of Igbo. And then I see Fine Chuku. Okay, the same animal. Everything they call Nigeria is what they do. Say South must unite. Of course, we will unite. We will do our own sit at home. Thank God we are jobless. We don't have work. We are lazy people. We will start it from Anyoma land. Everybody must sit at home. If you open your shop, you will see what you are looking for. Then we will go to Akwa Ibom. We will do sit at home. Our own is one month sit at home. Let us see that money you are making. They don't have sense. That is what I'm telling them. In case you don't know, Nigerians should know. We are organizing our own. We are not organizing it to destroy Nigeria. Because to divide Nigeria now, our representatives should begin to talk about it. But we are organizing ourselves to do our sit at home. Since some region in Nigeria have the right to do sit at home, now I cannot travel because they are doing sit at home. So when I get to my village, I'll start telling my own village people, we will do sit at home. So, but they don't know. Let them start that madness. We will help them. By the time we do sit at home in Port Harcourt, we do sit at home in Uyo, we do sit at home in Asaba, we do sit at home in Benin, we do sit at home everywhere in Calabar, do sit at home. Before we finish doing sit at home in Bayelsa, everywhere, we shall know who will sit at home and who will not sit at home. Our own sit at home is woto now. To them, they want to come to South and divide us. Ikwere is Igbo. Ikwere is not Igbo. Benin is Igbo. Benin is not Igbo. Asia is from Igbo. Asia is not Igbo. That is how they are uniting us. And many people are still not aware of their scheme against us as a people. Freedom man, I greet you. What did Jasper have to say? Let's see if I can. Zubi say, Onyibe, you have no history because you are from a tiny tribe, Igbo. That's the problem. Zubi, I agree. Igbo don't have history. We now beg Benin people, please accept us as one of you. And Benin embrace us. And now we say we are Benin. You that have history now want to claim us that we are Igbo. Yes, Zubi, you are correct. We don't have history. We fall from the canal. And then we saw Benin people and started begging them, please accept us, adopt us. Benin now adopt us. Today now we say we are Benin. Your Igbo start crying that we are not Benin. The same way Bukubi is calling us Ndwa Liliri, and you people want to unite with Ndwa Liliri. Now inferiority complex they kill you now. You are the one that don't have history. You come from Israel, according to Genesis 46. Son of God, he gave birth to Nri. Nri now gave birth to Nandekano father, Mugu.